our partners such as CRU and our SAGAs, Women Enterprise Fund and Uwezo. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll keep it quick. DG of NYS, thank you for always hosting us. I'll keep it short and quick. First, to thank the caucus of the elected 23 members of parliament who, and I repeat 1,000 times every time I have the opportunity to say, that these are the real fighters. Vying against men is very difficult, and flowing men in a contest is not easy. So they are the trailblazers, and they are the example of what women can do. I also want to say to Alice, you are in the ministry that is fully led by women. Our cabinet secretary is a woman, I am a woman, our 2 PSs are women, and you can see the DG of NYS is a woman. So we are very women-oriented, and we are not apologetic for it. I just want to say one thing, because my CS will speak mostly about what we are doing here today. And I want to go straight to the point that Alice, you've mentioned yourself. Alice and I, on the women agenda, cannot be separated. Alice and I, and many of the women seated here, on the women agenda cannot be separated. And I want to say this categorically as the position that I am gifted to be in, but as a woman who has fought for rights of women for many years, that whatever political dispensation, whatever time of legislation and policy making, as the women of Kenya who hold leadership positions, either by election or appointment, have the burden not to erode the gains that we have made in gender and women empowerment that was done by women who came before us. We must stand tall and proud, like the women that I always mention: Phoebe Sio, Edgar Shukia, Grace Anyango, is she? The one who was the first woman in Onyango. Julio Giambo, Grace Ogot, yes, you said. Nyiva Mwendwa. Women who, when it was not right to be women in politics, they came, they opened the door. Hence today, in parliament, we can boast of a number of beyond 85 women sitting in that house. And so, my cabinet secretary always asks me, my Cass, when you are done, what will the women of Kenya say that you did for them? And that is always what is in my head. So Alice, politically, it's not a must we are in the same boat. In fact, it can't work. We want women in all these boats, because whichever boat will reach, we don't know. I know my boat will reach. Alice could be convinced it will be her boat. But in that boat, we must not let the gains of women be eroded. And Madam CS, I see this with conviction, because I am a proponent and a supporter of the handshake. And the main reason why this handshake was important for Kenyans, and people forget, is because men always show us that when it comes to their political interests, they will come together. So even us, Alice, when it comes to the interests of women, we must always come together. This ministry is open to work for women. We will continue working with you. But let us always remember that we have a duty to uphold the gains women have made. And so, we have worked together through the leadership of the CS what we want to see in the BBI. And we are going to say this openly. With the support of all the women, as I said, irrespective of which boat you are currently in, we want to see the gains of women in the BBI not only maintained, but enhanced. Madam CS, karibu. I've done what you can't do because you are not a former politician. But Madam CS, thank you for supporting women leadership and for quickly becoming agenda expert in the few time that we have been a cabinet.